begin the explanation of this chapter, A Question of Trust by Victor Canning. As I have already told you one quote in the introductory video, so here another one for you. Don't trust anyone blindly. Most people you meet with are with you only for their own sake and interest. Okay, so this quote is applicable in Horace's life. I have told you about Horace Danby, a thief, but with a difference, a criminal, but not in the actual sense, a person who steals once in a year. So don't trust anyone blindly. This line is applied in Horace. Horace trusts someone and his trust gets broken. We will see how this quote becomes accurate in the due course. And I've already mentioned you another quote, and repeatedly I'm telling you to write variations, write quotes, write comparison with other novels, write the name like Agatha Christie. As I've told you in the introductory video, I've given you the activity also. So all these things, if you include other names also, and how will you include that also, I have told you. If question comes, I have given you in the activity sheet, you can see there. I've told you what you have to, how this line you have to mention. Similarly, this type of line, this type of quotes, if you mention in your answer sheet, what the examiner will think, he will think that you know so much. So you are a super boy or a super girl, you know all these sorts of things, you are very knowledgeable, and he is in his eye, your paper will be more overwhelming. Okay, so you can include this type of quotes like this quote that I have mentioned here. So how the story begins. The main character is Horace Danby. Horace Danby. About Horace, in the introductory part, we get the mention of certain points. Which points? These are the points. So the first is, he is a good citizen. And next we see the word honest mentioned over there, the honest citizen. But this word honest, as it is mentioned over here in your text, whenever you will open the book, you will see you are not going to write this honest word in your answer. Why? That I am going to tell you later. Okay, so here question mark is there. So for now, just learn this, that he was a good citizen. Next, he was 50 years old. I have seen in your assignments, many of you people have wrote 100 pesos, 70 pesos like this, 70, 100. It's my suggestion that don't use digital numbers in literature. You can see in your text everywhere, whenever numbers are to be mentioned, in this way it's mentioned in letters. So I prefer, and I will tell you to do the same, to write all those numbers in letters, like 50 years old. So I have put a cross marks over here and a tick mark over here. Okay, so he was a good citizen. He was 50 years old. He was unmarried. He lived with a housekeeper who worried over his health. So this word after housekeeper is who. Okay, lived with a housekeeper who worried over his health. He used to have attacks of hay fever in summer. Hay fever is a type of allergic fever. Sneezing occurs. So this type of allergic reaction he used to have in summer. Now, after certain lines in your text, you can see it's written, he was not completely honest. So a contradiction is there. Once in the text it is written honest, and once in the text it is written not completely honest. So what you are going to write if the character of Horace comes? You are going to write this sixth point, not completely honest. You are not going to write this word honest. Though he had some traits of honesty in his character, that's why it is mentioned that he was honest. But as he is a thief, so you can't completely tell him honest. So later in the text it's written that he was not completely honest, so you are going to write the same. He was good and he was respectable. So these are the characteristics of Horace Danby that we see in the introductory portion. And here you can see he lived with a housekeeper who worried about over his health. So this is another point we see about the housekeeper. So how is Horace? Horace is good, honest citizen. He was unmarried, 50 years old. He lived with a housekeeper. He used to have attacks of hay fever in summer. This type of a fever where you have sneezing and like that type of allergic reaction to some fragrance like this. You can see in the story how this hay fever will be described later on. So this is known as hay fever. And he was not completely honest, but he was good and respectable. So these are the key points of Horace's character. Horace is a thief, as I have told you. He steals only once in a year. And the chapter, A Question of Trust, begins with this introduction about Horace's character. Next, after describing Horace's character, the author takes us to where 15 years ago. So 15 years ago, what does he tell? The author tells about a plot. We will see the plot. Horace had served his first and only sentence in a prison library. So Horace has served his life in a sentence in prison library. Okay. So when was this? This is not in the present, but 15 years ago, he spent his life in a prison library. Again, we see Horace's character. The author says he loved rare and expensive books. So what does Horace love? Horace loved rare and expensive books. This is the hobby of Horace. What is the hobby of Horace? Horace's hobby is he robbed a safe every year. He stole enough to last for 12 months and he secretly bought the books he loved through an agent. So his love for book is what we can see his hobby. So I have told you Horace is an unusual thief. He is not an usual thief. He is an unusual thief. He robbed a safe every year. I've told you again that he steals only once in a year. And how much he steals? How long does the material that he stole last? It lasts for 12 months, 1 year. And then again after another year, he steals. And he secretly bought the books he loved through an agent. So he steals once in a year and he loved books. So these are the two more characteristics that we get about Horace apart from all these 7 characters. So first we got these 7 characters. We have seen he has hay fever. Then we found this that he loved rare and expensive books. 15 years ago the author takes us and he tells us that Horace had served his first and only sentence in prison library, but after that he never got caught again. And his love of book and he steals every year. These points are mentioned. Next, back from the past. So there we have seen that it was 15 years ago, and after describing 3 or 4 points about Horace 15 years ago, the author quickly shifts us to the present. Back from the past, and the present month is July. This year his target house is Shotover Grange. Grange means a country house, and Shotover. How will you remember the spelling? S-H-O-T, short, and O-V-E-R, over. But it's a compound word. Okay. So it can be broken into 2 portions. S-H-O-T, short, and then O-V-E-R, over. So Shotover, and this is a Grange. G-R-A-N-G-E. So it's a country house. Okay, for your information, I'm just telling you that Shotover is actually a hill. It's a part of, you can say it's in England. Okay, so but here it's not mentioned in the text. So you don't have to write this until we get any description or any mention of anything, any place in the text. We will not discuss about it. But just for your kind information, I'm telling you that Shotover is actually in England. So we will consider in our mind that this story is based in England, but it's far away from London. As I have told you that Grange is a country place, so London is a city, so it's not in London, okay? Except London, it's in any other place of England. So this year his target house was Shotover garage. As I've told you that every year he actually go and steal something. So this year it's Shotover garage is his target. So what did he do before going to steal all these things? What did he do? He studied the house. He studied the house. He studied its room, electric wires, paths and garden. So all these things he studied. He studied what? He studied the house, Shotover Grange, its room, its wires, its path, its garden. And for how long he studied? He studied it for 2 weeks. So he wanted to steal this year in Shotover Grange, and for that 2 weeks he studied the house. You can see lights are there. So remember, he studied the electric wires, the path. So you can see a stair is going now, and their stair is there and a door is there. So he studied all these paths, that how to enter the house and what to do. Next, what did he study? He studied the garden. You can see the garden. So he studied the garden. So if you just forget in the examination hall, so just remember this picture. It will help you to remember that there are light, there are path, there is garden, and there is electricity. So electric wires. So he studied all these things. For how many days he studied all these things? For 2 weeks. Okay. There were about 15,000 pounds worth of jewels in the Grange safe. What is safe? Safe is a place, a locker type of place where the money is kept. And so how much money was there? 15,000 pounds. 15,000 pounds money was there in the Grange safe. Okay. He came from behind the garden wall with tools packed in a bag carefully. So from where he went? He came from behind the garden wall with the tools packed in the bag carefully. So this Shotover Grange belonged to someone who was not there. Okay, so you will find this portion mentioned in the text that the person who was to stay in the house, the family, they went to London, and there were 2 servants over there who went for movies. A mind map I have attached with this, and there I have mentioned this point. So just for your information, if question comes on the information basis, you can write this. Okay, those family people were in London, and the those 2 servants, they went to movies. So this type of direct question if comes, you have to write that I have given you with a mind map that I have attached. Next, what happened? So 15,000 pounds were there in the safe, and Horace came from behind the garden wall with tools. Tools of what? Tools that he will use to steal. He will unlock the safe, because I've told you it's a type of locker, so he will unlock it. So that's why tools are needed. So tools packed in a bag carefully. He had taken a key from the kitchen door hook. How did he came to the house? Behind the garden wall. With what? With tools packed in the bag carefully. And where from he took the key? From the kitchen door hook. Okay, so 3 things. One is from the behind the garden wall, second is tools packed in a bag carefully, and third is key from the kitchen hook. So remember these 3 points, that how did he enter. Beginning of the thief session began like this, with these 3 important things. These are the things that you have to remember. These are the lines you have to remember. If question comes that how did Horace enter the house, how did he plan to steal the things, so this is the thing. These are the key points that you have to mention. He had taken the key from the kitchen door hook. He wore gloves and opened the door. To avoid fingerprints, he wore gloves. And then what he did? After taking the key from the kitchen, he wore gloves and opened the door. So in all these lines, we get the information. We get how step by step he entered Shotover Grange, where there were 15,000 pounds in the Granger's safe. So Horace was a thief with a difference, and every year he used to steal. This year his target was shot over Grange, and he studied for 2 weeks, and finally from behind the garden he entered the house, took the key from the kitchen, and then he opened the door by wearing the gloves to avoid fingerprints. So after entering the house, what happens? A small dog was lying in the kitchen. Small dog was there, so what will be the dog do? He will obviously try to bark, and he will try to tell that okay, someone is there in the house. So to avoid that thing, what did this Horace do? He started being friendly with the dog. He said, "All right, Sherry." Okay, so here the Sherry, the dog, is there, and it was a small dog. He was not of a large breed like a Alsatian, Doberman. They are large breed, but here Sherry was a small dog. And you know what is the characteristic of small dogs generally? If he is a pampered dog, if he is given too much love, then this type of dog, Sherry. Even I have a dog in my home. It's a Lhasa. It's a very small dog, and if anyone comes, he barks just like Sherry. He tries to tell us, but if that person just gives him a bit of love, gives him a bit of cuddle, just like Sherry, he also becomes very friendly with that person, and he starts to wag his tail, and he tries to be very friendly and play with that person. So this is the characteristic of small dogs. That why I have mentioned you this my house's dog with this, comparing with this Sherry. They are all alike. They will be very friendly with you, and so, but don't try to go in someone's home and just try to be friendly with any dog. Please don't do that. Sometimes the dogs are not well trained or trained in any other way, so that they sometimes bark, or they sometimes become aggressive also. So don't try this. But generally this happens with well trained dogs, that small breeds become very friendly very easily. So this is what Horace did. So this was also another tactic of Horace that you can mention. If question comes about all those tactics that Horace applied, like wearing gloves, being friendly with the dog, he knew that if I could call the dog with the dog's name, the dog will think, okay, he knows my name, so he is very good. He knows me. I also know him. Let's be friends. So this was all the tactics of Horace, that how he will steal without anyone knowing. I will wear gloves, I will take the key from the kitchen, I will enter the house from behind the garden, and I will become friendly with the dog, and this is how I will steal 15,000 pounds from the safe of Shortfoot Grange, and once every year I will steal this, I will steal that, and then I will buy books and I will do that. So all these are the plannings. Okay, we will do in our next lecture. And so remember all these things, remember the 7 characteristics. Remember how 15 years ago the author takes us and tells about Horace's hobby. Remember about Shotover Grange. Remember about this picture, electricity, path, gardens, and the whatever I told you. And then remember that he entered from behind the garden, tools packed, key from the kitchen door hook. Then remember that by wearing gloves he opened the door, and then finally remember Sherry the dog. And the next part we will do in the next lecture. We will see whether Horace can steal, and we will see to that mysterious lady who will give the plot a twist.